Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. So today is another history of video. It's one of the most requested videos I've ever had for the entire history of. And today, it's the Caliente family, which always reminds me of High School Musical, Bop to the Top, where Ryan goes, Caliente. Caliente. Suave. Caliente family is quite infamous, quite well known for the whole Bella Goth thing. So they actually start off with The Sims 2 and the majority of the family is dead. You can't see him, you can't play with them. The family history actually goes quite far back, which I really appreciate about The Sims 2. Sims 2 is so deep, you know. I wish I was as deep as The Sims 2. And the family tree is also one of the most interesting family trees in the entire Sims game. It's the most diverse. They've got Arab lineage, Arab ancestry on one side, and then they've got Spanish on the other, so quite diverse. And they've also got alien, so very diverse to be honest. And this family started off with Nesta and Dulciana. I have googled these names, right, and I'm still probably going to pronounce them wrong, so I think I'm pronouncing them right because I've done my research. Hey, I don't pronounce them right, it's actually Dulcinea, but I keep calling Dulciana, but I do sort myself out in a bit, I do get a grip, so I'm sorry. But Nesta was a family-oriented sim. He was actually a really nice guy. He was very playful, very nice, just really all-round good guy, and he's most well known for being the grandfather of Nina and Dina, so that's how he relates to the whole Nina and Dina situation. But honestly, just sounds like a nice lad all round. And his wife Dulcinea. His wife Dulcinea, she is also a very playful sim, but she's kind of slobby as well. She's not really that neat. She's kind of shy. She borders more on the grouchy side than the nice side. So honestly, me. Unlike Nesta, she follows the knowledge aspiration as well. And interestingly, she's the only sim in the family who's not blood related to Nina and Dina Caliente, which is quite bizarre. And you might be thinking, well, how? And I'm going to tell you. Just don't worry, it's coming. This leads me on to Nesta and Dulcinea's children. So there is two children together, Tango and Flamenco Caliente, which is referencing Spanish style dances. It's not really certain which one was born first. We can't really tell. So I'm just going to talk about them as if they were both born at the same time. I'm not going to give either one like the elder role. Tango and Flamenco are actually half brothers. They're not full brothers. And only Tango is Dulcinea's full blood relative. So Tango is Dulcinea's son. Flamenco is Nesta's son, but it's not Dulcinea's son. And that's because Nesta was actually abducted by aliens. He was abducted by pollination technician number 7, who impregnated him, resulting in Nesta giving birth to a sim alien type hybrid. Flamenco. I didn't think I was explaining it that well because I'm kind of a bit out of it because of my cold, so I decided to make a family tree so you can visually see who's related to who in what way. So I hope this helps. Much love from me. And some people do say as well that the whole name Caliente is a kind of Easter egg because it does literally have the word alien in it. And if you've never played with The Sims 2, or if you don't know about The Sims 2 with aliens and everything, if you're looking through one of the big telescopes, there is a chance that you will get abducted by aliens. And if you're a male, you might get pregnant and you might have an alien baby. So that's that. And then Flamenco was born. And Flamenco is kind of an anomaly. Usually when people have alien babies, they turn out to be looking like an alien because alien genetics are really strong. Flamenco doesn't have any of this. He actually looks more like his human dad than his alien dad. So the only thing that he's got that really resembles his alien dad is very high cheekbones, which even then, real people can have them as well. So he passes for a sim. No suspicion from anyone. Looks like his human dad more than he looks like his alien dad, pollination technician. It's so weird calling them that. Like, it's just not really that personal, is it? Time moves on. Sadly, Nesta and Dulcinea die as Tango and Flamenco grow up, which God bless their souls, rest in peace. And Tango, who is Dulcinea's blood son, he grew up, he never had children, he never got married, which is actually quite surprising because he has got the romance aspiration. And he's a nice, playful, outgoing man, also kind of lazy and messy, but still all round just a kind of nice guy. So it's quite surprising that he didn't get married. Kind of wanted to see him have happiness, you know, because honestly, can you imagine growing up with an alien sibling? You'd be constantly outshadowed by the whole alien thing. So I feel kind of bad for him. Justice for Tango. But Flamenco, on the other hand, which is the alien sim hybrid, he actually grew up with the family aspiration. He's a nice, active and neat man, so he just sounds like a good guy. And he's also somewhat serious and shy. He ended up marrying Nayat. He ended up marrying Naya Al Mahmoud, which becomes Nayat Caliente, obviously, because they get married, but Al Mahmoud is her maiden name. And she is, again, also a family-oriented sim. She's got actually the exact same personality as Flamenco, so these two are a match made in heaven. They really work together, they really get on, everything is great, it's fantabulous, living the best life, love that for them. They seem to be the perfect couple, which was obviously only made better when Nina and Dina Caliente, the two twins, were born, which is who we all know and love and who we get to play with in The Sims 2. So they give birth to Nina and Dina Caliente, everything's great. But such is life. Good things never last long. We all know this. Bad things happen to good people. That's me projecting because I've had a cold for about 5 months. So yes, it sounds pretty pointed and pretty aggressive, but yes, I'm feeling victimised by my own immune system. Oh. Bad things happen to me with me getting ill all the time. I can't remember the last time I could breathe up my nose. I told you. Naya died actually when Nina and Dina were both children, which is really sad because they had the perfect life, perfect family life. Both the parents were good. It was quite a sound relationship all around. Everything was great. No child line needed. No partying like we found on last week with the Broke family. But what's kind of weird about this is she's an elder in a picture in the Sims 2 family tree. So she obviously died when she was an elder. Otherwise she'd remain as a young adult or something in the picture. So there is suggestions on how she died. Some do believe that she tried to drink the elixir of life, which if you're not familiar with that, it's a thing in real life. It's a myth, but in The Sims it's a kind of potion that can restore you, so your sim can live longer. But if you drink it or make it when your aspiration levels are down, then it can react badly. So people think that it might have backfired and she drank it, which made her age rapidly and then died as an elder. So she left Nina and Dina as children, and at some point, I'm not too sure when, Flamenco, the father, also died, and Nina and Dina moved to Pleasant View on the eve of Belagoth's disappearance.
911, what's your emergency?
I mean, Nina and Dina now, both adults, they both live together in quite a modern condo, and it's also quite close to the local heartthrob or heartbreaker, whatever you want to call him, whatever suits your tickle, no, whatever tickles your pickle, whatever floats your boat, Don Lothario. So now a little bit more about the twins. Nina has the romance aspiration, and even though she's the oldest, she is the more reserved twin out of the two. She's actually kind of like a father flamenco. She's serious and shy, but she is also very neat and a little grouchy. Can relate. And surprisingly, she seems to be like quite well-rounded, but she did have a job in the slacker career, but she obviously was a slacker and quit it. Can relate. And then Dina, even though she's unemployed, has the fortune aspiration and is kind of well known for being a gold digger. She's the complete opposite of Nina. So Dina is sloppy, outgoing, lazy, playful and nice. And out of the two, she is definitely the more shadier sister, I'd say. She used to be married to Belagoth's brother, Michael Batchelor, before he died from old age, which kind of add clouts to the whole gold digger theory. And when the game loads up, she does want to get married to Mortimer Goth, which again supports that theory. Feel kind of weird, you know, calling women out. Women should be supporting women, but actually no, you know what? This is Pixels. I can call her whatever I want. Anyway, both Nina and Dina are actually involved with the same man, Don Lothario. Shock horror. Who would have guessed it? Not me. Without the other knowing. So neither sister knows that they're involved with Don Lothario. Just a bit of a recap. What we know so far, the twins are part alien. They have a lot of connections to Belagoth through Michael Batchelor and Don Lothario and Mortimer Goth. They arrived in Pleasant View the night of Bella's disappearance. There are a lot of theories about whether or not they're actually involved in that, and if you do want to hear more about that, I will link my Bella Goth video at the end so you can hear more about that, because I don't really want to repeat myself if you've already watched that video. There's some new theories of what I've found, which I'll talk about more at the end because it ties in a couple of next bits. So just remember, for now, the whole alien, Don Lothario, Bella Goth thing. Just remember that. So then, from The Sims 2, we move on to The Sims 3, which usually comes before The Sims 2, but this is in Barnacle Bay. So after Pleasant View, they've recently moved to this town called Barnacle Bay. They're kind of presented in a different light, which honestly I just think is a fault on EA's behalf. I don't know, because I think we can kind of look into theories and stuff, but I also quite like to be realistic about things, and I think that The Sims 3 Barnacle Bay being made and The Sims 2 being made base game is a very long time apart, so I think different people could have been working on it or anything that don't pay as much attention to the skills and personality traits as I do in my videos, do you know what I mean? So I don't think it's like this whole big massive conspiracy theory. I think it's a fault on EA's behalf, or maybe they've just generalised their roles without actually looking into the personality. That's just what I think of why the sisters are different. But Nina she's in the sports career level 1 with 10 skill points in charisma and 8 in writing, so I mean, she's doing good compared to The Sims 2. I want my glow up like that. But it's kind of weird, actually, considering she was the more reserved twin. She was the shy one. She resembled Flamenco. And now in The Sims 3, she's got the super popular aspiration, which is just weird how differently she's presented than The Sims 2. And yeah, I know it could be like just a fault on EA. But also, it's quite a big fault. I'm not feeling this here, I'm not. Dina now as well is also in the culinary path, doing well at a level 5. That's quite good. And she also has commitment issues, which again goes against a whole thing in The Sims 2, because let me tell you, she was very committed to marrying men for money, and now suddenly she's got commitment issues in The Sims 3. Like, explain here, I am confusion. In fact, what's weird is in The Sims 2, both sisters were presented as stark opposites of each other. Complete opposites, different hair colours, different personality traits. Well, I mean, they did have the man in common, but basically they were presented as different people. Where in The Sims 3, they share 3 of the same traits, which is flirty, commitment issues, and hot-headed. And even though Nina is the one with 10 skills in charisma, even though she was the shy one in The Sims 2, Dina in The Sims 3 has the charismatic and schmoozer traits, which... It's not computing in my head. It's very bizarre. It's just weird how they've went from such different people to suddenly being presented as the same person. So much so that they're both involved with the same 3 men. Alec Trevor, Jeff Smith, and Juan Inkbeard. I've never met anyone with that name in my life, so I'm really sorry if I've butchered it. I just only know how Americans say it. I don't know how to say it in my accent. Moving on from this, we then get to The Sims 4, which I'm really only going to talk about very, very briefly. And trust me when I say very, very briefly, because their entire ancestral history is completely forgotten, which I absolutely hate, because it was really diverse, really in-depth, and they've just completely just shot that one out the window. That doesn't exist anymore. And now Don Lothario is the stepfather. And no, I'm not having it. I'm not believing that one. It's not canon. EA, if you could just stick to the script. Sims 4's on an alternate timeline, by the way, in case anyone doesn't know that. Now that I've went through every single stage that have been presented in The Sims, I'm going to talk about theories for a second. Wow, we love theories on this channel. I've only got one, so just to let you know. So don't be like, oh, let me grab my popcorn, let me put the kettle on. It's just only one theory. So they're obviously kind of shady, and they're also well known for having something to do with Bella Goth's disappearance. We all know that. Again, watch my Bella Goth video if you want to know more about it. But there is also something more. Don Lothario is also available in The Sims 3. Not in Barnacle Bay, where Dina and Nina are, but with Riverview, which I think is free on The Sims 3 store, so if you want to go play with it, go ahead. But Don Lothario's bio in The Sims 3 review states that he remembers stepping onto a teleporter, several women laughing, and then nothing until he found himself in Riverview. So obviously there's some kind of time jump situation. And what I think happened, right, is that those women could have been Nina and Dina. I know several means like more than 2, but still not many, so they might have some other kind of sneaky little connection, I don't know. But EA is not known for its consistency, so if they use the word several with the wrong definition, I'll believe that. So I definitely think it could have been Nina and Dina, because who else? You know, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, so it makes sense to be them. And they definitely have connections for something like a big time teleporter thing. Being part alien, they're in contact with this kind of technology. They're already suspected of getting rid of Bella Goth. Turns up in Strange Town, a town where aliens reside, and dies in Lunar Lakes, which is a town out of the world. Like, it's literally on a different planet. Again, connecting it to aliens. So they've transported Bella Goth somewhere, if this theory is correct. So they could have found out that Don was actually 2-time the both of them, and instead of women going against women, the women went against the man, and just yeeted Don out of this town seeking revenge, put him in Riverview, and that's that. That's the theory that I've found, but honestly, it's kind of believable. So that is all. I'm really sorry because I'm ill, so this video, I'm really trying, but I'm also really ill, so I'm sorry that my voice is so nasally. I'm sorry if I seem like a little bit, I've been smoking the wacky backy or the devil's lettuce. I swear to God I am. I'm a good Christian gal. I'm just a bit out of it because I'm proper ill. But I have loads of these videos, so if you like the entire history of videos, I have a lot. I'll link it in the end as well. And I also do a lot of talking videos where I just sit and talk about The Sims, so please subscribe if you want to see more of them. Thank you so much as well, because we've just hit 60k, which is absolutely insane. Never thought we'd get to this bit, so my heart so deeply thankful. I'm having the best time of my life and I'm living my childhood dream, so thank you all. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next video. See you after.